Yo, welcome back to Kicking It with Saint. Yo, if you new to the channel, I appreciate you for stopping by because you ain't had to do that. So I'm gonna ask you, can you like the video if you like the video? Can you share the video if you like the video? And if you do both of those things, how about subscribing to the channel, man? It don't cost you a damn thing, and I'm gonna be dropping content like this and other type shit on a consistent basis. You heard? So. Hey, Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury 3. If you didn't know, the first one ended in a no contest draw. The second one, Fury ended up winning when Deontay's team threw in a towel, and here come three. So if you didn't know, they had to go to the arbitrator to get the fight to happen because Fury was about to go ahead and take on the Joshua contract and fight Joshua, but Wilder wanted his third fight with him. So boom, 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 you got the fight. And boy, 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 am I sad. So I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. I wanted him to win. I just fuck with him, bro. I like the way he talk. I like his mindset. I like all that, bro. But man, it was very clear in this fight. Spoiler fucking alert if you didn't watch the fight. I don't know why you would click on this video when it say recap of the Deontay Wilder Fury Fight 3. I don't know why you would click on this not expecting spoilers, but hey, I'm not gonna judge you. Anyways, spoiler alert going forward. So Fury won by knockout in the 11th round. I really don't know how Wilder even got to the 11th round. This man was running on fumes and just straight heart for like 4, 5, 6 rounds, bro. Like in the third or fourth round was the Tyson Fury got the first knockdown on Deontay Wilder, but he popped right back up. And boy, they was doing a lot of getting into a lot of clinching, and Tyson Fury was throwing a lot of cheap shots in the clinch. I thought, and the one that knocked bro down the first time was a little clinch knockdown shot. But you know the picture where they say you lean forward after you down. That's what my boy Wilder did. He ended up getting two knockdowns in the next round on Tyson Fury, and that's the first time in Fury's career he done been knocked down twice. So you already know I'm thinking, let's go. And now I'm gonna tell you what kind of pissed me off, bro. And listen, this is just me being biased because I'm a Wilder fan. It was kind of like I kind of felt like the Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas type shit. Like yo, you let him stay down there for a while. I think Tyson Fury got saved by that either by the end of the bell or the fact because I swear it looked like the ref was at like eight count, bro, and bro didn't put up both fists yet. It looked like he was dazed a little bit, and then he just got saved by the bell, and I'm like, what the fuck? So that kind of bothered me, but it probably was just my fandom, bro. Cause after that, it was a cakewalk from that point forward, bro. It was Tyson Fury handled business, man. What really was pissing me off the whole time was that it was very evident Tyson Fury was far and away the better boxer. Like it's not even close. And I hate saying that about Deontay Wilder because I'm not one of them type of people who be like, oh, Deontay can't box. I mean, he done beat a lot of great, talented boxing motherfuckers not being able to box. So the Gypsy King, the only man that's done beat him. So credit to the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, man. Clearly he is that guy. But I'm hurt, man. I'm disappointed because I wanted my guy to win, man. I wanted Deontay Wilder to get his crown back, man. And there's no shame in winning. It was a great fight. I just don't know how Wilder lasted as long as he did. And he even had some good shots throughout the close, like throughout the entire fight, bro. Where you like he running on fumes, and you just like, bro, there's no way this dude should still be standing. And he got knocked back down again on a clean shot in the middle of the ring. I thought that was gonna take him out, but he popped back up on that one. It was the last one that knocked him out, man. And that shit hurt seeing my boy get knocked out like that, bro. Just cold on the ground. Just it wasn't no Jorge Masvidal type shit where Usman just absolutely blasted, bro, and sent them to baptized him. But man, it was and you Tyson Fury knew he was gonna win this fight, like probably in the sixth, fifth round. He was just a better boxer, man. And I don't know, the thing about Deontay Wilder is, and it's just constructive criticism. He don't have a jab, and he a boxer, and I ain't never seen a boxer who don't have a jab. Like he don't have a move that can get him. All he has is that right hand. And that man, if he was and I know people say it, and he probably hate when people say it. And listen, I ain't telling him to change his style or nothing like that, but he will never beat. He probably not gonna get another shot at Tyson Fury now, but he was never gonna beat Tyson Fury if he didn't at least become a competent boxer, bro. And then even then, that probably wouldn't have been because to be honest with you, if it wasn't for his heart, his lion heart, and just his will to not go down, I mean, it probably would have been a fight that was over in probably the fifth, sixth round because, I mean, Tyson Fury was boxing circles around my guy. Like, just boxing circles around him. He kept landing clean shots. He was getting to where he wanted to. Like, didn't nothing look like it was really hurting him after those two knockdowns and shit. Like, it was rough, bro. It looked like, I mean, this would be the definition of an ass beating. Like, Wilder was getting his ass beat for a lot of these rounds, man. After like the first two rounds, man, it was Tyson Fury from that point forward after them knockdowns in those two rounds, bro. Cause boy, he dog walked him, man. Fury looked like the far and away better boxer. Like I cannot stress this enough. Like y'all, I really think y'all should go find a way to watch the fight. Listen, I ain't with paying all that money for to go see the pay per view either. So I would just say find a way to watch the fight if you do, if you want to really see it, because it was a good fight. But like I said, some people might not think a fight is a good fight just because one dude who should go down don't go down. You know what I'm saying? Some people might look at him like, well, this wasn't a good fight. This was an ass whooping, and he finally got. I get it that people, if people want to say that, and I get the people who say, well, no, he stayed up, he had heart, he didn't go down. And I get people who say that shit too. So I can see both sides of it. I ain't trying to be a tweener, but I get both. I get this one of them rare situations where I gotta be, because I do understand both sides of this situation. But man, Deontay, I don't know where Deontay go from right here, bro. I hope he go to the WWE, to be completely honest with you. That's where he need to go, but I doubt he'll go there because Tyson Fury is cool with the WWE. Now, listen, depending on how they feel about each other after it, if I feel like Deontay Wilder be like, yo, he the better man, he the better boxer. And if that can happen, then hey, it could be a future for Deontay in wrestling, man. Cause he'll make bigger paydays in wrestling. I'm always with these MMA fighters and boxers going to the WWE, bro. It just cause I love the WWE. That shit was a spectacle to me growing up and now. And these dudes is big names. If they could have dropped their ego a little bit and go into the WWE, not going there saying, yo, I gotta win every fight. Because I really don't want another Brock Lesnar walking around the WWE, even though I love Brock Lesnar. I would rather them have homegrown people who don't lose rather than having like somebody from the MMA or boxing come over and don't lose. Because that'd just be too predictable. Unless they book that shit like they did Ronda Rousey. But that's neither here nor there. We talking about Deontay Fury 3. So where do both boxers go after this? Well, I'm pretty Fury on top of the world. I mean, Joshua just lost. So, I mean, I don't know what's happening with that. He just beat Wilder again. So, that ends that. So, I don't really know. If you Fury, shit, fuck it. Go to the WWE. He clearly ain't worried about his physique. So, I doubt he finna be working out anything like that. I imagine that he probably finna chill, get a little bit bigger. Um, the world is his, and rightfully so, man. I mean, he looked like a god in there, bro. I mean, I hate to say it, but he just looked so much better than Wilder, bro. It was Wilder's heart and his will to want to win and not go down that kept him in this fight for so long. But this shit could have ended a lot. This shit could have ended a lot earlier. I'm just being honest with you, man. And I hate to say that because, like I said, man, I'm a big Deontay Wilder fan, bro. But I don't know. I don't really know where you go after this because nobody gonna care about who he beat after this because everybody gonna be like, well, you couldn't beat the Tyson Fury. And then for Fury, I mean, he on top of the world. Now for Fury, it become who can beat Fury. So now we about to start creating new new big name people. If somebody can beat Fury, that's the next thing. But when is Fury gonna have another fight? Cause that's the question. I'd be very interested to see it because Fury's never lost, I believe, if I remember correctly. Deontay, like I really think Deontay should look into wrestling. Cause to be honest with you, if you Deontay Wilder, you done beaten everybody but Fury. You know you're not getting that fight again more than likely. So is it really anything left in boxing for you to want to achieve? Like, is it anything left in boxing that you want to do? Like, nothing. I don't think it's shit left in boxing that's gonna really feel that hunger or his desire or anything like that anymore. I don't think it's nothing in boxing that's gonna touch him no more. Now I hope he don't pull a Ronda Rousey and go away and let this loss define him as a man and his career, because wins and losses don't define you as a person, bro. That's just his job. That's what he does. That is not who he is as a person. So I hope he don't let this L define him. Like Ronda Rousey, when she had her first loss in the UFC, she really let that shit kill her, bro. Like she really let that shit just kill her whole vibe and shit. Like, and I know how it is. I'm a very competitive person, bro. I hate to lose, bro. If I lose, especially when I feel like I should have won, I'm gonna be real pissed off about it. But you gotta be able to compartmentalize that shit. Like you gotta understand, yeah, I lost, I hate that shit, blah blah blah, but that ain't my life. That's not me. That's not who I am. Yes, I am a fighter, but that's not the only thing I am. I'm more than that. You can't let that shit define you. So I hope he don't get into like this funk of losing to Fury and just like disappear off the face of the earth and feel like embarrassed and shit like that. Because listen, for all the bozos out there who talking shit to him, they can't step into the ring with him and do that shit. Like it just is what it is. I hope my man's hold his head high, like the king he is. Shake Fury's hand, say you was the better fighter, and just move on, man. Because hey, in life we all take L's. It just is what it is. You gotta look at the other dude when he beat you fair and square. You the better man, and move on. It's the same way I felt when John Jones kept beating Daniel Cormier. Hey, now, granted, I was going for Jones in both of them. Now, listen, I don't care how you feel about John Jones and his personal life. We're not here to talk about that. I'm just talking about him beating Daniel Cormier, and Cormier saying, "Listen, it's not a rivalry. I can't beat him. It is what it is." And that's what this is. I think Fury. I mean, wow, Fury Tyson. Wow, Wilder's best chance of winning was in them early rounds, man. Because when you go deep into the round with a boxer and you're not a great boxer, and he is, and he know how to, stay on his feet. And bro, Fury was just quicker to the draw every time, it seemed like Wilder would try to, and that was another problem. Wilder load up on his shots way too much, and boxers like Fury, they just so quick with it, with the hands and with the feet movement, and they can get in and out, in and out, in and out. Early in the fight, Wilder's game plan was to hit him in the body, hit him in the body, hit him in the body. But man, the way he went so far away from that plan after things went left made me kind of feel like that was just a waste of time anyways. He should have just started off head hunting rather than using that as his game plan. I really think that ended up ultimately to me being a waste of time. Like if that's what his trainer was spending all the time in the gym, and like I understand people say that he too far along in his career right now to have learned how to retrain him to learn how to box on, and he'll never be able to get to the level that Fury is at. But still, I feel like we could have got the man's jab better, a combination in there. Cause if you notice, Wilder don't throw combinations at all. Like you, Wilder is not a boxer in the sense of like he is a boxer, cause that is the profession he is. That's his profession is a boxer. So you can't tell the man he's not a boxer. But he doesn't have the technique that most boxers have, is what I would say. Like he lacks the technique that Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Javante Davis. He lacked the technique that those guys have. If he had the technique that they had, Deontay Wilder would be a fucking problem. like, eh, to be completely honest with you, people should really be lucky that Deontay Wilder, a dude with that type of power in his right fist, you should be happy that that motherfucker ain't got no technique. Because if he did, oh my goodness, nobody would beat the man. He would be better than Tyson Fury, but we don't live in a world of what ifs and what could haves and should haves. Tyson Fury is the better boxer. And credit to Tyson Fury, he looked good, man. He took them shots. He started eating shots late in the game. Like late in the fight, you knew none of them shots was really affecting him anymore. He was walking through them shits. He was eating them. Like I said, his jab was there the entire time, bro. He beat Wilder to the punch on multiple punches in exchanges. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. But like I said, this does not define my guy. I know Tyson Fury gonna be on top of the fucking world, bro. You can't tell him nothing. You wouldn't be able to tell me shit either, bro, after something like this, bro. I'm telling you. Like, I imagine the equivalent for me would be like finally blowing up and making my first check on YouTube or making my first big check. that would be the equivalent probably of winning. Now I don't make the money nowhere near the money that those two dudes make, obviously, but I'm just saying like probably that would be for me the equivalent high of Tyson Fury winning this fight and ending this saga in his career. I think Tyson probably gonna pop up in the WWE next. I really don't want him to because he was atrocious in the ring and all that shit. But to promote it and just be a fan, yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't want him to be in there if he ain't like my boy Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was selling out for it. You heard? But look, that was the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight, man. Respect to both men, cause it take a lot of guts and a lot of cojones to go out there and do that shit, bro. Like a lot of people watch it and talk about it, but a lot of people can't go out there and do that shit. Listen, I boxed, I did taekwondo and karate. Karate was absolutely trash. Taekwondo was absolutely lit. I should have stayed in boxing longer than I did. I wrestled too. I liked wrestling and taekwondo more. I wish to this day I can still go back to boxing. But anybody who do that shit, it take a lot to do that. And since I've done this type of shit, like not professionally obviously, but I've done this shit in my everyday life, and I know how hard it is. I done seen motherfuckers break bones and shit kicking. Not just, I've seen it in real life. I done seen motherfuckers get hurt trying to do this shit. I done seen what this shit do to people in everyday life who ain't even on the level of a Tyson Fury and a Deontay Wilder and all these other physical combat sport athletes. So it's straight respect to every single one of them when they step into that octagon, that cage, the ring, all that shit. That shit take guts and cojones. Cause I'm telling you, it's a lot of people who talk and shit about that. Talk and shit on these dudes, but could never even dream or imagine or even want to go and be in a position and do that shit, bro. They would tuck their tails and run. Or they just would reject the opportunity every time, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The mental toughness it take to do this shit, to step into a cage or into a ring knowing that you could get cold clocked and just knocked the fuck out and concussed in front of millions and thousands of people watching at home and here live, bro. It take a lot of, listen, these dudes have to get knocked out and tapped out and beat on live TV and have to go around the next day and everybody know it, and they face got to be on it. You know the type of mental toughness that shit take. So for me, I respect every single one of these motherfuckers who step in and out of this cage, whether I like them or don't like them. Whether I respect all of them, so it is no respect. I respect every single one of them. So respect to both of them two warriors for stepping into that cage. I mean, to that cage, for stepping into the ring and getting it done tonight. Congratulations to Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, man. He got it done. He the better man. He the better boxer, bro. So congratulations. I can't even talk. Congratulations to him. I salute you, sir. And hey, to the king, to my guy, Deontay Wilder, bro. Hey, listen, we all take L's in life, bro. It's cool. You gonna bounce back from this and whatever you do next in life, bro. This shit does not define you as a man or as a human being. You gonna get through this shit. But I appreciate y'all for joining me, bro, because you didn't have to. If you stayed this long in the video, you a real motherfucking G, because you did not have to, bro. I need to get that through your head, bro. You could have clicked on anything else, bro, and you chose to sit here and watch this shit. So I appreciate you for that. Now, if you ended up liking this shit, go ahead and drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it, man. I appreciate you very much. And listen, have a great day or night, and Saint is out.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know, there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps because they know. They know what happens next. So without further ado, free smoke. Look, scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver, pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva. I can't lie, I'm uninspired. No more pillow talking about nonsense. I only stick around to put some band-aids on my conscience. I don't know why I feel so bad, nigga. That's what we do, no foundation. We don't build no more, we just screw. Half a bottle of Henny, girl, I'm going with the wind. The same niggas say they happy for me, ain't want me to win. So I'm done on my friends, don't need help popping Coronas and reminiscing. I just call up Big Bro J and say it's time for venting. If I live forever, I hold this hate for some centuries. You don't know how much of how you doing what it meant to me, but motherfuck all that. I don't even offer up the time to make the call back. Stupid Lodo, if they don't get the picture now, man, I crop them out of the photo. I can't relate to my peers.